So today we're going to learn how to change the batteries on a mobility scooter. This one is from a GoGo Elite Traveller Plus. We also have an Elite Traveller. They're pretty much all the same. So the first thing we've done is taken off our battery pack that we take off to charge. Now you are going to need a long screwdriver. This one's a bit overkill. You'll need some small spanners. I just use a couple of pliers, and we've also got some other tips for you to help the battery stop shaking around that we'll get to. So if we flip it onto its front, you'll see some little holes here, at the bottom here. I think there's about 8 to undo. As you can see, we've already undone ours, and we'll whip those off there. But you will need a long screwdriver to fit in there. Real top tip, take a picture of it before you start. Now, although they are labelled up negative and positive, you'll notice that the batteries sit different ways round. So what I like to do is set my new batteries up on the table next to me in the way that they're going to go in. So positive to the forward on the left, positive towards us on the battery on my right. So that's a little tip to help you make sure you're getting the right way around. But if in doubt, just take a picture of it before you start and you'll know which way they go. Also, I don't know if you can see in here, these batteries, as they move around and you're driving up and down curves and things, it shakes the connections quite a lot. So one way you can stop that happening is just add some Velcro strips to the bottom of the battery. Now, if you've got some small spanners, great. If not, all you'll need to do is take a pair of pliers, grip one of them, and turn the other one a couple of times. Turn the little nut a couple of times, like that. And then you should, it's got a little spring washer behind it, you should be able to undo them with your fingers. You normally get with the battery set a new little connection kit anyway. It might be an idea to show you why we know these batteries are bad. So if we get our multimeter and we test this one here, positive and negative, you'll see it showed about 11.3 and 11.4 volts on the multimeter, and that was after like an 8-hour charge or something. If we take a look at this battery here that's been delivered today, you'll see that we've got 12.7, 12.71, and on this one we've got 12.69. So we know these are good batteries, we know these are bad batteries. Now, as you can see on this one, it says, please charge after every use. It really is important. Now, you can't just stick your mobility scooter on for an hour on charge, because it doesn't quite work like that. If you drive it for an hour and you want an hour's top up, the charger cycles it. So you have to, I mean, leave them on overnight. At least 8 hours, but ideally overnight. And if you're using it every single day, is you can't charge it up every day, at least every 2 or 3 days. And if you're going to leave it for a long period over the winter, at least charge it up, you know, once a week, once every couple of weeks, because if they drop below a certain level, sometimes they just don't recover. So you'll end up messing up a couple of batteries just for the sake of not letting it go through its cycles and not letting it charge. So that's one off there. We're going to take this battery out, and there's no Velcro on that one, but if you have a look inside here, there are actually some Velcro strips in there, so we know these wouldn't be the original batteries. Someone has changed these batteries before. Get this next one off. And it's important that once you have changed the batteries, you give them a full charge. Even though they're measuring over 12 volts now, it is very, very important that you give it a full charge before you use it. You want to make sure that it's really, really well charged. We're probably going to put these ones on and leave them overnight to charge before we connect it up to the mobility scooter. So we'll put this one here. So we take this one off, and we've got some screws for the actual casing that fell inside. We'll put them on there. now we're going to take our Velcro. And it really will help it to stop shaking around so much and loosening these connections. I mean, that's on there, but I mean, it wouldn't take much to disturb that connection, which can cause you power loss problems, charging problems, and all sorts in the future. I'll probably stick two fairly central. You probably shouldn't tilt them like this, but we're going to. Right, so we're going to drop these inside here like that, and look at that, it can still bounce around a bit, but now that we've stuck that down, it should stop it from bouncing around and loosening these connections. Probably not a good idea to lay your battery down, but I'll just stick these ones straight at the bottom, take the tabs off the top, and we'll stick the other one straight on top of it. Fiddly things. We'll give you some attention in a minute, Casper. Our dog wants to help out. But if I throw that toy now, you won't stop coming back for it. Oh. Currently renovating the house, and she snuck past us today and got out onto the front garden without us noticing while we were busy. Right, let's stick this one on here as well, and the same for that. I mean, that's really well seated in there now. So let's get these back on here. Spring washer. What I'll probably do is just end the video there for a second while I get these fiddly things on, and we'll come back to it. So we've nipped them up now. Like I said, they've got a little spring washer on to stop them from sliding back. I'm just going to check all the connections are pushed in okay. They're all okay. They're okay down at the front there. All right, we're good to put it back together. So we stick that on there. Just going to roll it. Spin it around while we do it. All I'm going to do is grab one of these screws. Put the rear ones on first. These are actually screwdrivers we got for undoing screws in the back of toilet systems, but they just work really, really well. If you've got like an electric screwdriver, like a little electric Makita or something like that, you can use an extension on it to undo them, but you need the really, really thin extension pieces. You can't use the slightly fatter ones because they just don't fit in the little holes. There's not much of a hole you get to fit it. Again, I'll just get these, if you want to have a look there, what I'm doing. I'll just screw them in there. You don't want to go mega tight because you'll end up snapping it. And make sure that you're using the right thickness screwdriver head as well, because if you get it wrong and it's too small, you'll end up rounding the head off. And if you round the head off while it's in there, it's not good. It'll take forever and a day to get out. Now there is one already in one of them. There's one already in that one there. Yeah, one of them wouldn't come all the way out when we first did it. One of the signs that you can tell that your batteries are actually going is if you charge it up and then your little battery indicator is full, but when you push the accelerator button, it starts to drop rapidly, then you stop and it builds up again, and you're just not getting the distance out of it that you used to. That means your batteries are on the way out. Now, if you test it and only one's going and one's charging up close to a full amount, but not quite, don't skimp out and just get one. Always replace both together. Right, so they're changed now, that's done. We can now put this on an overnight charge, or at least an 8-hour charge, and we're ready to go on the scooter again.